Hello, this is me, Hamza Ahmed Khan, and I'm an electronic engineer from NED University, and I passed out in the year 2017. So I made a bionic prosthetic hand with haptic feedback. Basically, a bionic prosthetic hand, it is a 3D printed hand that was completely 3D printed, and it was controlled by the mind, or you can say the electro pulses that our nerves generate. So the idea behind that project was to create a cost-effective 3D printed prosthetic hand. People that don't have any limbs like hands or feet can use this arm to help themselves, and we added the haptic feedback technology to give them the feel of what they are actually touching. So this was it, and for the signals we used the Mio band that was by the Thalamic Labs, and we imported it from US, and then we integrated it with the help of servo motors and obviously the strings and all that to attach it. Talking about the problem statement, the prosthetic hands that are currently available in the market are quite expensive. They are about 200k to 300k for a simple prosthetic hand that couldn't do much. So our idea was to make it as cheap as possible so that the people could afford it. Tips on the market research. I really liked 3D printers, and I like printing stuff, so that is why it came into my mind. So why not print a 3D printed prosthetic hand that is fully functional? So we did it in the elbow, and it was a completely functional prosthetic. Talking about the proposal is that you need to come up with something that people have never done before. So in my case, my project was something that was very cheap. We did it for like 20,000 rupees. I built the hand entirely by myself. We had the 3D printed sketches, and we fed them in our 3D printer, which I got from my mentor. And so in order to defend my proposal, I had I had market research, and I had a lot of market research of people saying that they cannot afford it and all that. So that is what I used in the proposal, and that really went well. There are about 3 to 4 people in a group, but I had only 2 people. It was me and my friend. So a lot of people tell to their mentors and their guiders that they have divided the project. For example, I have the hardware, my friend has the software, other has the documentation. Don't do this. In my case, all of us did, me and my friend did everything together. We divided some stuff, but it was related to the project itself. It's not like I did the hardware and my friend did the software. It was basically a combined moment, because in order to understand everything completely, you need to put your hands on everything, right? So we did the 3D printing ourselves. We were together, and we did the programming ourselves. It was an Arduino based product, so we did the programming and together, and then we did the documentation together. So there was no segregation between the work that we divided. So that's what helped, and that's what helped us to defend our project in front of everyone, either it's me or any other member of mine. My project was not sponsored. I did it myself, but I had quite of options. In order to get the sponsor, you need to make a really nice presentation, and you need to bring your project to the forward. You need to contact people on social media, because social media helps a lot in getting the sponsors and all that. With that, you need to send emails to the CSR departments of different companies that are willing to pay for your project, or that are good for the donations to charity. So first thing, you need to have the emails of the CSR departments of different companies that are going to help you. Basically, my project was not for sale. It was for a needy person. We found someone, and we actually used that prosthetic hand to help that person. It was not a good fit at the start, but later on, we worked hard and we made it possible. So in order to sell your project, you need to touch up the market. You need to find the competitors. You need to make a really nice appearance of the project, and you really need to learn the skills of selling the project. Areas of improvement was that in the initial we didn't work much, and we thought that we have a whole year with us and we're gonna do it at the end, but really it was At the end, it became really hard for us to complete it, but eventually we worked really hard to complete it. So set your goals, set up the targets, meet the deadlines, and go to your schedule. That's what I think that need to be improved. As a part of improvement in my project, my prosthetic hand was a little, what do you call, a little stiff. I need to use a different material if I proceeded in future, and that's what I guess was improvement. So that's me and my project. Thank you so